What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Thought Provoking Podcast. I'm your host, Will Brown, and I got a special guest in the building. You want to introduce yourself?
Steve.
Okay, my brother. So here's the response to an episode that was already done, Living a Double Life. What are we doing here, my brother?
Really just clearing up. You know
Clearing
what I'm
the
saying?
air?
Just really clearing up. Just speaking on my behalf.
Okay. So for those that don't know where we at with this whole situation, there was an episode that was done, and it was called Living a Double Life. There was a young lady that she gave her story about being with an individual, being in love, and HIV was contracted, and, things just spiraled out of control. So now we're here to clear the air. There were some things that were said. First off, let's start here. How did you get aware of the podcast episode that was put out?
Somebody that was real heated got in contact with me.
Okay.
Like, not family, you know what I'm saying? Well, one was family, one wasn't family.
Okay.
So that's really how I got wind of it.
What was your initial feelings when you heard it?
Kind of like, why?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what was the reason? Like, I mean, or is there a reason? You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, my business is my, you know what I'm saying? Like, my business. Like, I just didn't know why. You know what I'm saying? I just really didn't know why it was. Yeah. Just
so at any given point, when you did hear that the interview was conducted, were you upset with strictly her, or were you upset that it was done on this platform? Me conducting the interview.
No, I mean, it wasn't nothing against you. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, personally, I didn't know you. You know what I'm saying? I really didn't know nothing about the podcast anyway. But I mean, I wasn't really too mad at her either.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, it was just like a why. If you gonna move on with your life, you know what I'm saying, and I'm moving on with my life, like, why was it a reason for you to even do this? You know what I'm saying? Because you're going from social media, now you're doing podcasts, you're doing TikToks, you know what I'm saying? It's like, what attention is you grabbing? Like, who are you trying to, you know what I'm saying, like really get to?
Okay. So initially, how the podcast episode even came about, she reached out to me. She saw a previous episode, liked the way it was conducted, and she felt that she's comfortable enough to tell her story. So we talked about where she wanted to go with this episode, and it was basically her personal story is how she put it out. She was involved with an individual that she had been with for years, loved them to death, and in the midst of it, there was a lot of cheating going back and forth. Like, initially, the cheating started from the boyfriend, and from the cheating of the boyfriend, she decided, I'm going to get me some get back. She cheated on the boyfriend, and then from that point, things just spiraled out of control. There was talks of, with the boyfriend, and the reason why I keep saying the boyfriend is because in this episode, there was never a name that was put out.
Right.
At no point. From the boyfriend cheating, there was a sore that led him to go to the hospital, him being sick, her not being aware of what's actually going on, and from there, finding out this individual had HIV. From this individual having HIV, her being aware of it, her getting tested, her results came back negative. From that point on, she basically talked about having a conversation with this individual, and then from there, it was, I got it from this individual, this young lady here. That young lady said that's not true. From that moment on, everything just kind of went haywire. Like, it was a lot of kind of back and forth. So my question that I would ask you is, I initially found out that the interview was based around you, strictly off of, once you responded through the comments, I'm like,
right.
Oh, okay. What made you even respond? Because had you not responded, other than individuals that may know you or may know her,
Right.
your name wasn't mentioned in the interview. What made you respond? Because you could have just rolled silent and it's like, shit, hey. Because, again, your name was not said.
Right.
What made you even respond to bring awareness of it?
Because, I mean, like she said, she was in, like, I think that was the one that I have responded on.
Yeah.
She talking about her weight. I mean, I'm not trying to bash nobody, you know what I'm saying? Like, bash her, but I mean, yeah, depressed she was, but that wasn't the only reason that she was at that weight. You know
Strictly
what I'm
because
saying?
of relationship stuff that y'all been through. It's not strictly because of that.
It's not, it wasn't definitely strictly because of that.
Okay.
Definitely wasn't.
Okay.
But if she wanted to, you know what I'm saying, use that as a crutch maybe, you know what I'm saying, she could, but she know what the
It
real
was more to the situation than that.
She know what the real was.
Okay. Do you want to say what that situation is?
I mean, see, I don't really like to do people like that. I
understand.
mean, but I mean, she was heavy on drinking, you know what I'm saying, and not eating. Like I would like I eat all day, you know what I'm saying, and I ask her, do she want something to eat? No, I don't want nothing to eat. If I do go get something to eat, you know what I'm saying, she's like, oh, why you ain't bring me nothing to eat? Because you didn't tell me, you know what I'm saying. It just be a whole lot of extra, you know what I'm saying. But now it's I just don't get why she really say a lot of what she be saying, you know what I'm saying. Like I just don't get that.
So were you two in a long-lasting relationship for years? On and off?
On and off, yeah. Probably like it's probably like 10 years.
So that's an actual true thing that, you know, when she put it out that you guys were madly in love, there was a proposal, you guys went to Vegas, celebrated, you were set to get married, and then a bomb drops. Would you say up until that point, most of that was accurate?
Like right before, and that's like right when it happened. You know what I'm saying? Like right when. Okay, let me go ahead and explain it now. Like about 2018, I think like what the last part of 2017, we had broke up,
Okay.
but ended up getting back together. You know what I'm saying? But that was around the time that I had messed with an old girl from my job. So we was messing around for a little minute before that. So we was like damn near like together for real.
So you're doing some of that good cheating, my
Yeah.
brother. Okay. Even though black men don't cheat, you know.
I mean, I don't, you know what I'm saying? And
You had a moment.
I had a moment.
Moment of weakness, my brother. I'm with you.
I
Moment of
I had a
weakness.
weakness. It was definitely a weakness.
Okay.
But like around her birthday, I had took her to Vegas, and I did propose to her.
Okay.
Came back. We was planning. It wasn't a date.
Okay.
I say around August. I was at work one day, and it was like something over my eye. You know what I'm saying? It just kept bothering my eye, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with my eye? And it got real swole. So my boss told me go home. You know what I'm saying? And I was sitting in the driveway for a minute. End up going to sleep, waking up, and my mama was like, you need to go to the hospital. So I ended up going to the hospital. That's when everything happened.
Okay.
You know
So
what
when
I'm
you
saying?
say everything, she accused you of having HIV.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you found out?
Mm-hmm.
So she was correct with saying you had HIV.
Yeah.
Is it true that, well, now you put it out, but is it true because you're accused of sleeping with individuals and not telling anybody, making them aware of what your status is? Is there any truth to that?
No.
No truth to that at
There's
all.
no truth to that. I don't know why she would, you know what I'm saying, would say something like that, because that would set off something else.
Most
You know
definitely.
what I'm saying? But I don't know why she wasn't trying to get me locked up, because that's some getting
Yeah.
locked up shit.
Yeah.
But like I got a chick now, you know what I'm saying? She know.
And she's aware of it.
Yeah, like, and what's crazy, I just told my kids. You know what I'm saying? Well, I just told one of them. I think my other ones already knew though.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
So at the time that this interview was conducted, you all were split.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So have you had a chance to wrap your mind around what was the
She
real
was still
angle?
kind of trying to contact me, but we've been split for about what's this, May?
Split, but
Yeah.
still kind of messing around.
No, not messing around. She just been
Just contacting
like
you.
petty texting and, you know what I'm saying, watching my stories on Facebook.
So in the interview, she did say you had HIV, which you confirmed. She also brought up the individual that you told her you got it from. She confronted that individual. This young
That's
lady.
not true.
Okay, so that's not true. She claimed that the young lady took off of work from hearing the news, went and got tested, and that young lady presented results to say this is not true. So whoever he got that from, it definitely didn't come from me.
Yeah,
Was that a real thing that actually happened? That never happened.
That never happened.
Okay.
That's when we were still together then. If I'm not mistaken, we were still together.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, when they heard the story, everybody had mixed feelings and thoughts on it. From me putting the interview out, I'm reading comments, you know, people that know me personally, they're calling, they're having their input on it. Again, I didn't know you.
Right.
So it wasn't like I could pinpoint to say, oh, this is the individual that she's talking about. Because again, I don't know you, you know,
Right.
you didn't know me. Hell, I didn't even know her. But a lot of people felt like, well, if she's saying he got it, but she continued to stay, because that's accurate, right? She stayed after knowing what your diagnosis was.
Yeah.
A lot of people felt like she has it too. Do you care to comment on that?
I mean, personally, I can't really say if she do it or don't, but I know I just know when I did contract it, and when they talked to me, they told me what to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying, and that's what I've been doing.
What was that moment like when you found out this is your life now? Or has it really set in yet? I mean, because I couldn't imagine.
I mean, you know what? It's been set in, but it's like now, like really since me and her been split, I'm able to really like do something different. You know what I'm saying? Because it was always, oh, you got this, oh, you got this. This is why we not together. You know what I'm saying? You contracted this. How could you say you love me? But I mean, now since I don't have to hear that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like every day, like I gotta walk on eggshells to be around a person because they know what I contracted. You know what I'm saying? It's like I just really feel better now. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been able to I was able to cope with it then. You know what I'm saying? But I'm cool now.
So in the midst of the interview, she talked about wanting to bring awareness to it. And I told her, I said, well, throughout this whole process, not one time have you mentioned this individual's name. How are you helping individuals if you're saying there's somebody out there that's spreading that they're sleeping with women, spreading HIV, not being on the up and up with the situation. How are you bringing awareness to it? And she just said basically, her thing is get tested. You know, if you're gonna be out here engaging in sexual activities, go get tested. She also accused you of contracting it from a man. She let it be known that there were text messages, locations, where she was able to track where you went. She talked about a specific area, hotels, and she put it out in the interview. You got it from a man. To that you say what?
No. I just don't know why she's going the way she's going about all of this. You know what I'm saying? So, no.
The thing that caught my attention, obviously, when the interview dropped, a couple people watched it here and there, but the interview wasn't just moving. It wasn't just doing numbers. So, again, me being the person behind it, I try and keep promoting, and just kind of out of nowhere, a spark jumped. And before you know it, like, people was watching it. So getting the backstory, I end up hearing, you had, posts that you said, and I guess she was trying to respond to things that you said, and it kind of was a back and forth. So I guess people are watching y'all like we love to do, watch the bullshit. And then, people wanted to see, well, what are they talking about, and start watching the actual interview. So.
And most of my posts, let me clear that up too, because I just post to post. You know what I'm saying?
Being funny.
I don't really be on that back and forth bitter. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I be trying to grow. You know what I'm saying? That back and forth stuff just be petty.
So before you be grown on this, I want to bring this up. The one thing that struck me odd when the back and forth post, because I seen some, she talked about on the show that there was a sex tape between y'all. Mm-hmm. You may upload it. Then there was, she said it. Then there was a mention from you like, hey, if I upload this, you know what I'm saying, my shit in her mouth. So when I saw it, the first thing I said after, because obviously me and you talked, after I seen this, I was like, okay, the one thing that strikes me odd is this. Watching the interview, you were accused of being a down low brother. Mm-hmm. You were accused of having HIV and being out there spreading it and not telling individuals. So when I seen there was a post about the sex tape from you, mm-hmm. I'm thinking in my head, hold on, that ain't the fucking first thing that I'm gonna respond with, because you calling me down low. Why was that your first response, or was that your first response?
What
the whole talks of the sex tape?
I mean, I really said that because she really, I really said that for a lot of reasons, because it's like she calling me, you know what I'm saying, down low, like she said on the platform. Mm-hmm. I mean, I do have what I contracted, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, you doing all this, and then just in March, you know what I'm saying, you told me to make a video.
So even after the fact, so the video
like
this
is 2000, let me see, hold on.
But we don't need you to pull a video up,
no,
boy.
I'm not, okay, look, this cat is on that, okay, hold on, wait.
Some of y'all out there about want the video.
Yeah, some of y'all might want the video. But look, it was like, I want to say like March, bro. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I don't want to lie to you. I think it was like March.
So there was a recent sex tape that just happened. So she did talk about
like pictures and all that shit. You feel me? Like this was in January. I'll just show you this. This one in January. That's just a picture. Mm-hmm. But I ain't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
So when the interview dropped, did you watch it yourself, or did you just see clips?
um, I seen clips.
Okay.
I was going to watch it, but I didn't. I seen a reason, but I didn't. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to get past what I'm trying to get over. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like if you try to get over somebody and really trying to work on yourself, you know what I'm saying? It's like, why would I sit here and listen to some bullshit? Like for real, for real.
Yeah.
And she know what the real is. Like I took care of you. You know what I'm saying? Like you after 10 years of me taking care of you, I ain't gonna even say bash me. You know what I'm saying? But you did an awareness
In speaking her
and
truth,
and
according to
speaking
her.
her truth. But I mean, it wasn't always great though. You know what I'm saying? We was cool. But like she said, we should have been
Two people that should have ended it a long
dead.
time ago. And she said,
Or
"Love will make you
or
do some crazy things."
I mean, if we could have got some kind of counseling or something, that might have would have helped. If we was going down that long road for real. But it was like before I even caught that shit. It wasn't really, you know what I'm saying?
Where it should have been.
Yeah.
So she said, there was cheating on your end, and she got her some get back. She cheated on you. And I think a lot of times, like I spoke to you on the phone, a lot of times when it comes to relationships, I'm a firm believer relationships are some of the hardest things to navigate in. There's no rule book for it. You just kind of go with the flow, and what works for one individual may not necessarily work for you. But I spoke to you and I told you, I said, a lot of times we need individuals around us that can pull our coattail and tell us, like,
Right.
Will, you on some bullshit. You need to pick it up in this area. Listen to her a little bit more. Tell her, hey, it's a way you talk to that man. All that disrespecting him, getting loud, wanting to fight, and up in his face. We need people outside of just, who we're dating
Right.
to kind of chime in and also guide us to say, we've been there. It's just a rough patch that y'all going through. This is how, we overcame what actually happened.
Right.
And that's kind of what I told you. I told her in the interview, well, not in the interview, after we spoke, after the interview rather, I felt that there was still feelings. I didn't feel that after the interview it was just over and done with, that she spoke her piece and that was that. The reason for me feeling that way is at the very end, I kind of felt there was an apology to you, kind of along the lines of, I did this podcast, although I'm saying I spoke my truth. In the midst of it, I kind of regret that I did, because it came off to me like 9 times out of 10, once he watches this, that door will be closed. Did you feel that way?
Um. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, just because of how you came about what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like if not even if, like you could have came another way. You know what I'm saying? Instead of really trying to get some clout. You know what I'm saying? For real. I mean, because that's what it really looked like to me on my end. It looked like you trying to. I don't really know, like a woman's power movement. I don't know what she trying to do, cause like she told my girl, like I'm not giving up on you. You know what I'm saying? Cause she talked to my girl, my new chick. You know what I'm saying? And it was like why is you doing all this? Like you trying to find out who I'm with now? Like I'm not on none of that. I don't care what you doing. You know what I'm saying? Like if you say you gone, you gone. I'ma move on the way I'ma move on. But it just be like why? That's my
It
only
don't make
question
sense
to
to
it.
you.
It don't.
Yeah. So watching it, I watched it twice. I always watch it the first time just to see how things turned out. Then I listen to what, an individual says. And then when people chime in, I rewatch it again. It kind of went a couple different angles. Again, it seemed like there was a person that was hurt. There was a person that felt she was lied to. And I think it came from a place of a woman feeling like an opportunity was taken from her. I think she felt that you were her forever guy. You guys would get married, have your own family, and that would be that. Something happened to where shit got ugly, and then I think a part of her felt like this is my relief from the situation. When the story came out and she talked about you having HIV, obviously the video goes out, different individuals watch it. I don't know if people in your family or whoever, obviously people close to you, let you know that there was a podcast about you. Were there any individuals in your inner circle that didn't know this information until she said what she said?
Well, no, about you said about my
Yeah.
situation.
And not that you got to be the walking fucking poster board telling
I
people,
mean,
hey, this is my situation. But
right,
we
right.
all, I would imagine, hearing this news from the doctor, knowing that this is a life changing moment for you, the people that's closest to you, I would assume that you had told them. But were there any individuals that was close enough to you that didn't know until this episode?
Um, shit, probably everybody, because I don't really put my, you know what I'm saying? Like I said before, I don't really put my business out there like that unless I'm messing with a chick, you know what I'm saying? Like something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, other than that, nah. Well, my mama knows. You know what I'm saying? And everybody else now, but other than that, nah.
So,
Before,
a lot of people, a lot of people will watch certain clips of this and not the full episode. Just for the record again, you're not out here not telling individuals that you're messing with, this is my status. That's not a thing. If you're involved with an individual, you let them know what your status is.
correct.
And obviously it ain't stopped shit.
I mean, no. I mean, no. I mean, not to my recollection for real.
Okay.
I mean, the fact that I did mess with, they knew.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I was messing with them for a little minute. But other than that, I mean, I just make sure I do what I'm supposed to do. You know what I'm saying?
Take
So
care of
it
yourself.
won't be nothing like that
Okay.
again. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, though.
And you do know exactly where you got it from. You were able to trace it back down. Okay.
Yeah.
So we obviously know from the time of you finding out the news, I have HIV. She stayed. How does it go from I find this news out about him, I'm gonna stay, to shit gets out of hand? Because according to her, she stayed there supporting you through the whole entire situation as much as she could be there for you, and it kind of seemed like you got better from the hospital stay and you just was back to, I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Now, you know what? When I did finally get my back to myself, even though she, well, let me say this first. When I did go to the hospital, like she wasn't there for the first couple days, if I'm not mistaken. But she ended up coming up there, you know what I'm saying? But it was like real dry, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of knew what was really going on, for real, for real. But my mom's was there, you know what I'm saying? And it was like after that, it was kind of like, since I got it, you know what I'm saying? It was like she can do what she wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? It was like oh, I can go cheat now. Well, even though you was cheating already, you know what I'm saying? I can go cheat now and do what I want to do and put you out, bring you back when I want to. You know what I'm saying? I could see, I got you on the string, kind of, sort of. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, nah. I mean, after so long, it was like, nah, I can't keep doing this.
Does she know the truth behind how you contracted it? According to her, you told her one individual.
She know.
So she does know.
She know.
What makes her run with a narrative to say you got it from a man?
That I don't know. That I don't know. Like I don't know why. And it's still weird to me. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I don't know why she would even jump to that one.
And not to say just this situation, but I've been speaking about this lately. That's something that I have a huge issue with about guys and women, because guys do it too. Normally when people go through something, you say something the individual doesn't agree with, you put out a perspective that they feel like you just running with whatever.
Right.
I noticed that the gay slurs, and the whole, this is he the undercover brother. It's always that.
Right.
You could be an individual and I'm surprised I didn't get it, but yeah, for real, I'm surprised by now. I put out an interview where I talked about you lucky to get sex from me 3 times a week. I have so much stuff going on, and it don't drive me the way it once drove me when I was in my early 20s.
Right.
I was waiting for somebody to be, oh man, he gay. He gay. I just was waiting for it. He gay. It got to be coming. Surprisingly, it hasn't came yet. Now I didn't open my fucking mouth.
Right.
Somebody get up there and fucking say it now. But, yeah, I mean, it was a weird situation. I mean, again, I don't know you. I don't know her. So when I conducted the interview, like I told you, I tried to be very unbiased. Because, again, I don't know the situation. I can only go off of the side that I'm hearing.
Right.
And I don't know how to fact check like that other than individuals I may know that now knows her. But at the time, I didn't know. So, you're here to clear up a lot of, the rumors that has been said about you. When she did what she did and said her truth, did it affect your life any? Negative way? Did it clout you up to make other women say, I don't believe it, I want to fuck with you?
I mean, it seemed like it did. I mean, because my girl right now is kind of wild, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, I ain't going to say it clouded me up, you know what I'm saying? But
it ain't stopped.
It ain't stopped. It didn't really stop nothing. Cause that's why I keep saying why, you know what I'm saying? Because I think that was really her motive. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he ain't gonna be able to fuck with no bitches, no. But it's still right. He really didn't do anything but gas these.
Women still coming at you.
I mean, crazy.
So it hasn't affected your relationship at all, because I've seen now, since this interview has been put out 2 weeks after the fact, I've seen individuals get in your new girl's inbox, ask her, do you have it? Mm-hmm. Do he have it? Have you seen any results from him? And from the response I seen, your girl just said, I got the video, alluding to what Florida had already said, mm-hmm. There's a sex tape. Hearing that now, I don't know if you were aware of it.
Mm-hmm. Like I said,
it didn't seem weird to you? Or did you instruct her that y'all business is y'all business?
Yeah. We tight. That's why, you know what I'm saying? I mean, other than what's, you know what I'm saying, this mm-hmm. now, but yeah.
I got some good shit going, because the smallest shit could rattle my relationship, especially something like, because now people are invested in it. The podcast is growing. It's reaching a lot of different individuals. I'm bringing people that I know, I don't know, from different cities. So when I drop episodes, sometimes people will watch it just based on, oh, I know this individual and I'm going to watch it. So to hear these type of things, obviously people want to do their homework. And they did, obviously, to find out who your new girlfriend is, because I didn't know who she was. I don't know her to this day, but I seen, the back and forth.
Yeah.
And for that not to affect y'all in any kind of way, I think that's some good shit right there, because, boy, like, that could end a relationship right there. Somebody feeling like everybody asking these questions, although you and the individual may say, we know what it is between us. We're here with it. Now everybody's chiming in. Everybody has something to say. Who knows who's going to come with a story after this? Oh, he was with me and he didn't tell me this. And all he is doing, you just never know. So,
Right.
yeah, it's definitely a situation that I think is overwhelming.
Yeah.
Now that you realize this podcast has been done, is there anything that has been on your heart to really put out other than making it known she lied about this? This is what the real situation is. I'm not a down low brother. Have you had time to sit back and say, I really want to put this out? Is there an angle of information you want to roll with?
I mean, other than what's already been, really established, nah, for real. Because I mean, like I said, I'm real personal. You know what I'm saying? Like, other than that, I be in the wind with shit.
Has this situation done anything to you mentally? I was supposed to start the show with that. Obviously, it kind of slipped my mind. Like, it's been a long day. You see me in my simple scrub shirt. I just literally came from working, cleaning out an apartment. So, I'm trying to make the thing happen. Y'all better not say I ain't no true hustler. Just a simple scrub. Came from cleaning to interview, podcasting. So, with this whole situation, like, has it weighed down on you mentally to where you were once in good spirits and you have your moments where you're down and out, and then you're back good, or
That's how it used to be.
Okay.
Like now, I'm really high spirited now, for real. Like, more than what I was. I say that. Cause I got a lot more going on. Like, I got a lot going on. Son about to graduate. You know what I'm saying? Kids doing good. Like, I got a lot going on right now.
Yeah, what more can you ask for? That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Have you and her been in contact since the interview?
I mean, other than, I think she texted me like a couple times, but it was some stupid shit about, you know what I'm saying, about what you was talking about earlier about her and the old girl arguing. But other than that, nah.
Are y'all completely done with this chapter?
I would say yeah.
Now, it's a reason why I'm asking, right? Reason why I'm asking is because I do know that there was a private conversation between me and you that was shared with her. And it was just strictly about how we talked about the counseling thing.
Okay.
The only way she would know that is from you, because she didn't get that from me. But she told me that, that was what you said. Like, had y'all had the right individuals surrounding y'all,
Oh, yeah.
it could have possibly worked.
Yeah.
So is that chapter really closed?
I mean, like I said, I mean, in my eyes, yeah.
It's done.
Yeah. Cause I mean, it's yeah.
After 10
Okay,
years of the ups and the downs, you being there for her, let's just go on the record and say she was there for you. Because in 10 years, at some point, she had to have been there for you. In 10 years.
Yeah.
May not have been at the time you really needed it, but at some point.
Right.
Is there a loss of respect when you hear this information being aired out and the narrative that you're saying is not true? You're being accused of being a down low brother.
Yeah.
You're being accused of having HIV. You're being accused of spreading it, not telling anybody, what your status is. You also talked about you just having a new baby.
Yeah.
Do you lose respect for her at that point to say, even if I just wanted to just be cool, I can't?
Yeah. I mean, I can't say nothing but yeah, because I mean, I done showed you. I showed you a lot. Well, I showed her a lot. You know what I'm saying? And for you to, I ain't gonna even say air out. You know what I'm saying? But for her to do what she did was kind of unforgivable.
Mm-hmm. So, obviously, it's going to be a shock to a lot of people that we actually sat down. There's a whole bunch of narratives, some that you were upset with me. There was the whole family, they so hot, they heated, and, a lot of people passed talking on this situation. And I never got real clarity on who it was meant for one way or other, because I had a talk with you, and I kept it
Right,
real with you. Like,
right.
For one, I don't allow anybody to dictate my podcast. And we had that conversation where I told you what the angle was. You asked, is my podcast based on fact or fiction? And I told you it's about perspective. We come with everyday topics, and, you give your perspective. You may feel one way, I feel another way. Can't say you wrong. I could disagree, but,
Right.
I ain't got no fact behind it. And that's what the podcast was based on. So I'm sure it's got to be shocking to a lot of individuals once this comes out. Like, damn, they actually sat down, they talked about the situation. There was a conversation, obviously, that led up to us doing this. So I'm sure a lot of people gonna be like, oh shit,
Definitely is.
Have family members at this point calm down.
Some have.
Some have.
Yeah, a lot haven't. But I mean, she knew what was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Behind doing what she did, because it was like you could have just talked to somebody if you was gonna do all that. Personally, that's what I think.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So since she's talked about it, she said that she's made her peace with it. Have you made your peace with getting your side of the story out, correcting a lot of things that she has said? Like, are you feeling like I'm over and done with it? I don't need to speak on this no more? Or?
I mean, I was really done with it. You know what I'm saying, beforehand. But I mean, like now I'm
Mm-hmm.
So everybody can, you know what I'm saying, just let it go at this point.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's a lot. Like you said, it's a lot going on.
Most
you know
definitely.
what I'm saying? Like it's a lot going on.
That's not even everybody's business, because
Exactly.
Again, like I told her, watching this, everybody's gonna want to know, well, what's going on?
But it's crazy because everybody don't know her. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people know me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They know her because of me.
Yeah.
I done brought her around a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? A lot of famous people. Just a lot of people. Period. But yeah, she opened up a nice little can.
And I want people to know after watching this, because I had a full conversation with you, and I actually told my camera guy, I said, after talking to him, he ain't a dummy. By far, not a dummy. Because literally, I expected you to jump on the phone with the whole rah-rah and,
Right.
what's your angle and, talk tough. And then I'm expecting in my mind, once you do it, I'm going to go back at you and let you know you ain't moving me, you ain't rattling. The
Right.
conversation was nothing like that. It was respect on both ends. And we talked about stuff outside of just that episode. Like,
Right.
listening to you talk and your perspective on a lot of stuff, I was like, damn, this dude ain't no dummy. Like,
Yeah.
you one of them guys that I can see having on the show on a different episode, and I invited you to do so because, again, I always say, most of these episodes are women driven.
And
I normally got to
that.
hold my own, like,
Right.
against the women, or I get a guy here and there.
I just seen one of your episodes.
Bro, I be needing more guys to talk that. So even if even if your perspective is totally left from what mine is,
Right.
like get up here and say it. Nowadays, I got so many guys who they got an image to protect. And, I can't really speak on that, Man, all that corporate talk.
Hey,
y'all
look.
got opinions and thoughts on everyday shit just like everybody else. So
Every
I want
day.
people to know, like, you're definitely far from a dummy. I had a conversation because I ain't gonna lie. I'm sure a lot of people will watch and everybody's gonna have an opinion on something. But I want that to be known, like, you're far from a dummy. You got
Right.
you got all the sense that God fucking gave you, and you can
I
speak
try.
on other shit.
I
So
try, man. I definitely try.
Okay.
I definitely try.
Anything else you want to add to this situation here?
Not really.
Okay.
I'm just trying to let shit just be just what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And if she's moving on, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and be
your
happy.
life.
You know what I'm saying? And let me finally be happy if that's what you wanted. You know what I'm saying? It could, because it's like, why sit here and keep playing year after year after year? You know what I'm saying? And that's not what you really want.
Yeah.
But that's about it for
Okay.
me on that.
Normally, I always ask people on a scale of 1 to 10, rate yourself mentally. We done been all past this, so we kind of talked about that. But if there's any social media information you want to give out, if there's any business ventures that you got coming down the pipeline or you're off into now, it's your time to do what you want. If you want to shout it out, if there's family members you want to throw a shout out to, whatever, it's your time to do your thing.
The only thing I really got going on right now is a lot of photography that I really can't speak on because
Okay.
I'm about to sign some, you know what I'm saying, some documents.
Oh shit!
For,
Some
yeah.
heavy contracts. Okay.
Yeah, it's just one, you know
Okay.
what I'm saying, but it's gonna
Life changing.
yeah.
Okay.
It should be.
Man, after you ink
If I
that deal,
budget
you
right.
got to come back. Tell us about it on the podcast, man.
I ain't going nowhere, man.
That's
I'll
right.
still
That's
be
right,
here.
man. I definitely appreciate you sitting down with me, clearing the air. Again, being professional with it as well. You could have came out here and just done the fool. I'm sure that there's a lot that you could say that you choose not to.
It's
feel like
a
you took the high
lot that
road.
I'm pausing on, but I mean, and that's like when we talked on the phone. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of uncensored on that motherfucker.
Yeah,
but.
yeah. and I told you, I said, don't get me wrong, speak your truth, but I didn't want to have a whole bash session. This be this be that, this hold that, because at some point,
and I know how
feel
my
like,
mouth is.
At some point, I feel like as men, we got to grow out of that space.
Yeah.
I understand being angry and frustrated. I couldn't even pretend that I would understand what you're going through, especially if you feel like that's some information that should have stayed between the individuals that need to know. Because again, you don't have to be a walking billboard. Hey, I got it. Hey, look at me. That's not what you're required to do. Other than the individuals that you are involved with, they should know. So I'm not even going to pretend that I even would understand what that feels like. So for you to take the high road, I definitely think that it's a great thing. And, hopefully this is a situation that she done moved on with her life, you moving on with yours, and the fact that you're in good spirits. You still living your life. You're not letting this situation beat you down. It's something that obviously you have to live with, but you still have a life to live.
Right.
So,
Definitely
I think that that's definitely dope for you, man. Well, I definitely appreciate you sitting down with me, having this discussion, clearing the air, and hopefully the air is clear with a lot of y'all. We can put this situation to bed, man. Before I let you go, I do want to ask this question. Knowing that I have a podcast, I try and reach some of everybody. What would be something that you feel like if it was discussed on this podcast, it would catch your attention more? Because you didn't know about it for a while, and the podcast has been going for a hot second. What is some topics that would pique your interest?
Man, that's kind of a hard one, bro.
I'm trying to reach everybody. I don't want nobody sitting there saying, "Oh, well, this ain't for me," or "That's cool what he got going on." But I'm more so like I want to get everybody across the board to say he got something for everybody. Would it be the music scene or?
For me, it'd be these lying females.
Okay.
Like you be thinking the female be telling the truth, man, and it be
Lying.
they be like dead ass just be lying like the whole time.
Is it the lifestyle or them being into you? What's some of the lies that get under your skin?
I don't, man, like all of them, bro. Like, like, oh man, it just be little lies. Like, who you texting? You know what I'm saying? Like, who texts your phone?
My cousin.
Like, oh, this my
brother.
mama. Knowing it ain't your mama. You know what I'm saying? It be little shit, man.
Yeah.
For me, I don't know about, you know what
No,
I'm saying?
I'm
I don't know
definitely
about
sure.
nobody else.
And that's something that should be explored because, women say all the time, dudes can't keep it real. They can't keep it honest. Now, you, on the other hand, being a guy, you realizing, now y'all doing a lot of lying too. So
Man, it's a lot of cap.
we can figure something
These
out to
females
explore.
do a lot of cap.
Yeah. Okay.
But it'd be a lot. I don't know, man. I could name a lot, for real. But we'll be sitting here for like another hour.
Yeah, we're going to say that for the next episode. We're going to say that for the next episode, man. Okay. Anything else you want to throw out before we wrap it up?
Nah, man. I think I'm good.
Cool.
I'm good.
This has been another episode of Thought Provoking Podcast. We out.